Hello again, I'm Matthew from thewetpen.com, and today I would like to show you a pen from the Turkish brand Kilk. I got my first Kilk pen a couple of years ago. It was this beautiful Kilk Baroque. I think they call it the Novo Baroque now, and I love this pen. It's beautifully decorated and an excellent writer. So there have been a few other Kilk models that I've had my eye on. And then this one popped up as an exclusive model from Endless Pens, and I couldn't help myself. This model is the Kilk Celestial, and this is the Tree of Life edition. It arrived in this box, which is fine. It makes clear that it's an Endless exclusive. And on the back here, we see that the pen is made in Turkey, as we'd expect. I'll remove the sleeve and open the pen box, and here it is. This limited edition Celestial is made from a blank from Mackenzie Penworks, apparently. And while it might be similar to some of their standard diamond cast materials, this color combination was designed specifically for this pen. It's a beautiful combination of browns and some streaks of teal and green, and it has a nice understated sparkle too. I think it has some real class. Beyond the gorgeous resin, this pen is pretty similar to other Celestial models, and those of you who are fans of Kilk will probably be familiar with the general design. This one has brass hardware rather than silver, and this central band has a 6-sided star built out into a 12-sided geometric pattern that is used in Celestial-themed designs from Turkey and throughout the Islamic world. And we see the same motif on the brass finial of the cap. The clip on this pen is heavy and very sturdy, and it works, but it hardly has any flex. Just enough, I suppose. Below the end of the clip, there are 2 grooves around the cap that create the appearance of a cap band. Below the main brass band, the body of the pen tapers down for its entire length to a mostly flat end. And about half an inch above the end of the pen is another groove. And in some places, it looks like the pattern in the resin is different between one side and the other side of this groove. So it's just possible that this is actually a separate end cap. But that wouldn't really make much sense, and I can't tell for sure. The cap unscrews in 1.5 turns, which is great. And underneath, the grip section is made of the same material as the body, and it tapers down from 13 millimeters to just over 11 before it flares out at the end. The nib is a Jowo number 6, gold-plated with Kilk laser etched onto it, and if I turn this over, you can see that this is a standard Jowo plastic feed, and on the edge of the nib, you can see the capital B that marks this as a broad. If you had asked me before I bought this pen a few months ago, I'd have thought that Kilk made their own nibs. And when I compared this one to the nib on my old Kilk Baroque, I see that the old nib has a different design. It also has a different feed, and it doesn't have the B stamped into the metal on the edge of the nib, so it doesn't appear to be a Jowo nib. Although I don't know whether it was an in-house nib made by Kilk or whether they sourced them from somewhere else. If you know, I hope you'll tell me down in the comment section below. Now, I've been using this pen regularly for the past 4 months, and it was one of the 3 or 4 pens that I carried with me when I went to Bali and Singapore, if you saw that video. And I've been very happy with the performance of this pen. I haven't had any trouble with the nib drying out, no hard starts, or even leaking on the airplane, even though I flew with it filled. And the nib, being a Jowo nib, writes exactly how you'd expect from a Jowo. It's smooth and reliable and moderately wet. This pen, incidentally, uses a cartridge converter. It's a threaded one that screws into the grip section. And when I unscrew the body of the pen, you can see that there's a threaded metal connector that joins the grip section and the body. That metal piece, along with the brass band on the body, give the front end of this pen a good amount of weight, so it has a very comfortable, solid feel when I'm writing with it. It also means that when the cap is posted on this pen, it does post deeply and pretty securely. It means that the pen doesn't end up being very back-weighted by the heavy clip and the brass finial. With my hand size, the pen ends up being very well balanced when it's posted, but it might feel a little bit heavy for people with smaller hands. Overall, with the cartridge mostly filled with ink, this pen weighs a little over 34 grams, which is just a bit more than my all-metal Lamy Studio with a gold nib, and about 5 grams more than this Pilot Custom 823, which has a metal vac filling system. So it feels substantial, but not exactly heavy. And let me show you how big it is. Here it is next to a TWSBI Eco and a Lamy All-Star, and it's just a little longer than both. And here's a Pilot Custom 823, which is close to the same size, and a Platinum 3776, which is a smaller pen. And this is how they compare uncapped and with the cap posted. And now the bad news. This pen cost about $230 when I bought it, but unfortunately only 30 of these pens were made, and they all seem to be sold out now. However, Endless does have some really nice models of this pen in other colors, like this green one, which is currently in my cart to pre-order. And there's also a purple one, and the original purple and cream, and a bunch of others too. And that's just at Endless Pens. I think that there are even more exclusives with other vendors. But as of a couple of weeks ago, I am now an affiliate with Endless Pens, so if you want to help support my channel, then I've got a link down below that you can follow to get one of these pens, or whatever else you want from Endless. You know how that works, and you'll get an extra 10% discount if you follow that link, or if you use my coupon code, which is Matthew. 2 T's. My next video will announce the restock of my inks finally, and it'll also announce a few new ones. If you don't want to rely on YouTube for your notification, I've also created a new general email list for ink notifications, and you can sign up for that on my website. And of course, you'll be notified if you signed up for a notification for a specific ink too. And that's it. I'll see you back here soon with my next video, and in the meantime, take care out there everyone, and enjoy your fountain pens and inks. I'll see you soon.